Hey guys, a beautiful day. It's homesteading cheaper by the dozen. Today we're going to talk about the best kind of equipment for land clearing. And if you guys have watched our videos from the beginning, you know that we started out doing a whole bunch of stuff by hand. Didn't have any equipment. We'd bought this old tractor for 300 bucks and the boys fixed it up and got it running, and for a bit we ran it till the clutch went out on it, and then it sat for a bit, and then we put it back together. But it changed our production exponentially, being able to take it and put a straight blade on the back and work in the driveways and road, and when we're clearing it'd pull up little stumps while you were blading and whatnot. The boys have got the fenders off of it right now to do a little work on the radiator. It was leaking, but we'll have it up and running again. But anyhow, obviously the best piece of equipment for land clearing and homesteading is going to be the one that you can afford. So we started out doing a lot of stuff by hand, and a lot of chainsaw work and shoveling and wheelbarrow and things of that nature. Then we got the old Massey Ferguson, and it has paid for itself 10 times over. Power steering pump is leaking on it right now, so we're waiting on a seal tomorrow that should be in, and then be back up and running. But can't beat a piece of equipment to have on the farm. The front end loader is so handy. The bucket for digging stumps on the hoe and whatnot. We bought it on payments and traded work and payments, and took us a little bit, and it was broke down obviously when we bought it, but took a little bit of a gamble on it. Took it home, worked on it, and we've made our money back probably tenfold. Another thing on buying old equipment, like an old tractor, an old backhoe or something, one thing that I look at is what's the scrap worth. Like, we bought the old tractor up there for 300 bucks, and we could have almost scrapped it out for about the same price. We were looking for a set of tires for another old tractor that we'd had, and we thought, well, we could, if we can't get the thing running, we could at least pull the wheels off of it, scrap a few things out or sell a few things, and then get our money back out of it. But fortunately we got it up and running. Same with the old backhoe. The last time I rented a backhoe was, I think it ran about $220 a day, and then probably another $100 to $150 a day to get it delivered. So you're looking at close to 400 bucks in a day. We paid $2,500 for this thing, so 6 to 8 days worth of use, and if provided the gamble pays off and we get it running and get 6 to 8 days worth of use out of it, it's bought and paid for. Then we own it free and clear, and anything that happens after that is just money in the bank. So we've been really blessed with this old machine. We've put the boys have worked on it a lot. It has seals and hoses that go down on it and whatnot, but it's been a tremendous blessing. It's a good work opportunity, and the old Perkins engine runs really good, and we've definitely got our money's worth back out of it. But be careful if you're buying an old machine, like especially an old rough old junker like this one. You could really lose your shirt on it if you pay $5,000–6,000 and then take it out and run it a couple hours and the motor blows up or the transmission or something. But when you're messing with old stuff, that's just kind of the gamble that you take. Also, big thank you for all our friends and neighbors. If you watch some of the older videos, we had a buddy's backhoe that we've used a lot to clear out when we first put in our power line and our site for the house. We cleared with that, and then of course the track hoe that we've got or excavator that we've been running, doing a lot of cleanup work and clearing, and I don't think we could have ever done the pond without having that excavator. And that's been a tremendous blessing that we've been able to trade work and trade some work on the machines and send them back home in better shape than what they came to us in. So hopefully that's a kind of symbiotic thing, and we do the same or we will. We've loaned the tractor out a time or two, and there'll probably be need in the future if we can. That's my dream, to get our equipment good enough shape where we're able to bless others with what we have. But we'll go on down and look at the other thing. As far as land clearing, obviously you're not going to get much done with a tractor for land clearing, but on the flip side you can do a lot. We started out with a tractor and the four-wheeler, pulling around a cart to haul brush, and even having a trailer hitch on something, just like even a garden tractor, to have a trailer hitch where you could hitch it up a little trailer and pull around and haul firewood out of the way, pull a couple little posts or logs out of the way, or brush or anything like that. Anything's gonna help make you more efficient. But the next step up was the backhoe, and the backhoe's paid for itself over and over again, like I said. But it's still not the best machine for doing land clearing. You need a track machine. The backhoe does good unless it gets wet. If it gets wet, this thing's just sitting in the dirt till it dries up again. We'll go on down and look at the excavator. The middle of our work day. The boys are out here. What are you boys working on?
Fertilizing the field.
They're doing a money job for, there's my island. They're doing a money job for Dad. They're fertilizing the field. They've already done the front half. Moving back around to the back half. Then when they get done with that, then they're going to be doing putting the lime on. Can do it, Jordan. Not that cold. It is pretty warm for a March day.
Just by the inches of it. It feels so good.
Don't be a chicken. We've got some leaks we're still working on here. We got a low spot in the dam, so when it fills up too full, it wants to run over. And then this is our cut that we made. I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of water rolling through there. So theoretically we're gonna have to drain it out or drain it down and then put some pond dam sealer or something in there. But even at that, it's still holding enough to be very usable for the time being.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Homesteading Cheaper by the Dozen. And today we are going to talk about the world's best piece of equipment ever made. So we're going to talk about the excavator and why it's such a help on a farm, especially our farm, because around here we get like a lot of rain and we get lots of puddles and lots of mud and stuff like the tractor and the backhoe. They just spin out and they get stuck and they don't do nothing, and it's just a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying to clear. With this, it's got the tracks and it weighs so much. Unless your mud's coming up to here, then it really ain't a problem. You can go through just about anything. And if it's really thin mud, you can usually just drop down to the bottom of it and crawl through it. But even at that, if you get stuck, you have this. You can pull yourself out, dig yourself out, whatever you need. For clearing, this thing is the best, like the absolute best for clearing. Anything you want to clear, any size tree, it's gone. Like just wiped out, picked up, dropped off, gone. Cleared out. Everything. Well, except for these little tiny things. They're kind of a pain to pick up with a bucket. With the thumb, the thing's like twice the machine it is, because You can just grab the tree and pick it up and move it to where you need it. But ours is, well, it's not ours, but it's broken right now and we got to get it fixed. We got to, one of our newer to run the excavator people have accidentally broke that off, but that's gonna get fixed soon, hopefully, because this thing is twice the machine when it's got that, because you can pick up stumps, you can dig the stump out, you got that right there, you just jerk it up out of the ground. And yeah, above all, it starts every day. Sometimes it's got some hydraulic issues, but other than that, it's all right. And yeah, it's pretty much the best machine ever.